Hello, duper fantastic day out there today. Yes, it's Dineen, 12 days of Christmas. It is day 4. I know, Denise, it just makes you want to dance. That's what I'm saying. I'm loving it. Yes, I love your energy already. So look, you guys, go ahead. You know what I normally start off by saying is grabbing your notepad, grab a pen, a piece of paper, something. Get something so you can catch these nuggets. And get a bucket. If you think it can fit, get a bucket. Whatever it is, I need you to grab it while I introduce myself. My name is Dineen Merriweather. I am the CEO and founder of Queenpreneurs Jumpstart Program. It is the #1 training environment for women in the world looking to leverage their knowledge, ignite their passion, build a highly profitable business. And you may be wondering, how do I do this? Well, you build your courage, your confidence, and competence so you can accept, believe, and commit to what it is that God has called you to do. So look, you guys, you should be ready. You should be all set. I'm about to put the doc out here to you. She's going to break it down, and I don't want you to miss it. Okay, definitely throw inside the chat who you are. I see you guys are viewing. And now, without further ado, I'm going to pass the mic over to Dr. Denise Dennis so she can introduce herself and tell you what it is that she do.
Well, thank you so very much. Hi, everyone. I am Dr. Denise Dennis. I help overwhelmed coaches automate their businesses so they can focus their valuable time on doing the things that they love. For coaches, it means coaching. For you, it might mean doing whatever you do in your business, but it's really about how you can use the power of automation to grow your list, to get more sales, to actually get the work done in your business so that you can focus your time doing the things that you love to do. My agency is called Action Accelerated, and I am thrilled to be here this evening with you.
Thank you so much for saying yes. Thank you so much for sharing this space with us. So look, the conversation that we're going to get into is all about honoring yourself by honoring your time. Hey, Tiki T, so happy that you are here. Okay, write it down. Honoring yourself by honoring your time. So I don't want to miss anyone to miss out on any information. So we're going to jump right in, Dr. Dennis, and start talking about like what is the actual cost of people just being unorganized and not honoring their time.
Well, what happens when people are not organized and when they're not honoring their time is that they end up spending way too much time looking for things, on things falling through the cracks, on not landing clients because you forgot that somebody you met at some networking event gave you some little piece of paper with their name on it and you never followed up on it. Not showing up for meetings. And I've had clients come to me saying, yeah, I need your help because I forgot I had a sales call scheduled. And like they just, things are not getting done. Or because you're so disorganized, you're spending hours and hours and hours in front of the computer on your business. And then what's happening? Life is happening on the other side of your office door, and your family, your friends, your loved ones are setting a place for you at the table, and you're not there because you're sitting behind your desk, focused, hyper focused. And the more we can get you away from that, the better. And that's what I help people do.
So give us some tips, like if we were just starting and we didn't know what to do on how to manage our time and get things on track, what would be the first thing that you would tell us to do?
The first thing you need to do is get really clear on what you want to do. What are your goals? What's your BHAG, that big, hairy, audacious goal? What is your vision for your life? What is your vision for your business? So it really starts with that overall planning, which we can then, take a step back and say, well, what does that mean you're doing by the end of next year? And break that down into yearly planning, to break that down into what are your goals that you want to accomplish in your business? Once you're clear on that, then the question you ask yourself is, okay, now how do I do that? So if your goal, let's say that you're a coach, let's say you're a consultant, a solopreneur, a service-based business where you are providing a service to someone or some group or some organization. How do you do it? Really sit down and think about, how do you do it? How do you want to do it? How do you want your business to operate? When you get a new client, what happens? Are you going to give them, do you need to send them a contract? Are you going to send them a welcome packet? Do you send them a box of brownies? Do they get a t-shirt? Do they get a calendar? Do they get an email? What does new client look like for you? What is that? And then write it down. So, and again, even if you're not in business, think about something that you want to accomplish. What is the one right way you do this in your business or in your life? Write that process down, and then we'll start, then we can start figuring out, well, what pieces of that do I need to do? What pieces of that can I delegate to somebody else? What pieces of that can I automate? Are there pieces I need to just eliminate because I don't really need to be doing that? So it's about, what are your goals, identify your process, and then figure out what you can automate and delegate.
Oh my God, that sounds so delicious. Put it in the chat. Y'all put your notes. LaShawn, I'm sorry. I saw that you was taking notes. Don't stop. I don't have to type this. I was just typing it because I wasn't sure if anyone was going to put it in there. And I don't want the people to come back to catch the replay, to miss it. And I know that some of you guys are writing down your notes for yourself and you don't care too much about who come back and catch nothing. They should have been here. And I get that, because that's all about honoring your time, right? And for those of you who are honoring your time in here and actually taking the notes in live, I get that sometimes you may not feel like taking notes for everyone else. But thank you so much for doing that out there. Definitely put stuff in the chat, communicate with us, ask questions as well. I am here to help funnel through all these things for Dr. Denise while she's helping us. So once we get our goal and we're pretty clear on how we want to take action, what are some of the other benefits of like honoring our time or even automation? Because you mentioned that. Why should we automate stuff?
Well, the reason you want to automate is because it is going to free up mental space. If I think, for me, part of when I think about honoring my time, it's that I don't want to spend large chunks of my time saying, okay, let me do this little task, and then I move this pen over, and then I move this pen over, doing little repetitive tasks every day that I don't have to. If I can find a way to automate something, I'm going to find a way to automate it so that I can focus my time and honor myself by using my time for the big thinking things, to think about my vision and where I am in relation to my vision, to think about my clients and what do they need and what new trainings do I want to offer to them, not in sending somebody a follow-up email to remind them to show up for our appointment. So that's why automation is so powerful, because it still needs to get done. People are more likely to show up for their appointment if they get a reminder email. But I do not want to spend my valuable time literally sitting behind my computer typing an email to remind them to show up for their appointment. So if I can get that off of my desk and get that off of my task list, then my task list now opens up to do what we call more higher order thinking and higher order tasks. And to me, that's the beauty of it.
And you're right. And I think that's awesome. When I think back to when President Obama was in office, they talked about how there was someone who picked out his clothes. Like, okay, yeah, you could pick the suits that you like and it could be in your closet, but he's not thinking about what he's putting on today. Somebody else is going into the closet, pulling out the suit, matching the tie, the shoes, the socks. Why? Because he has higher level things to put his energy to, his thought space to. And so what Dr. Denise is saying, like these things that you're doing in your life that you already know that you have to do, like grocery shopping, you can order that and automate that.
Exactly.
Using some form of a calendar system, and I'll ask her just in a quick second about tools and things that she would recommend for you to get started on automating like your life and making it more feasible for you to free up time. But you can automate so many different things and you're just not thinking about it because you just don't have the mindset yet of automation. But this is the automation guru. And she's telling you that this is something that you can do. And I know some of you guys may be afraid of technology. Don't be scared. It's going to help you. Look, the learning curve, it's a learning curve, but it don't take as long as you think. Like if you get started, even right now, December, like if you got started, met with Dr. Denise, picked a solution for you based on what it is you're doing, do you get that you can start the year off running? I mean, it's still just the middle of December, y'all. You still got time. Put it in the chat. I still got time. You still got time. Don't
Mhm.
feel like you're behind the 8 ball. This is why we do the 12 days of Christmas, so people can come and help you get a fresh start for the new year, which would be 2024. So when you hear someone dropping nuggets that you need and you want, invest in yourself. Okay, honor yourself by investing in yourself and get someone to help you with your automation. So, okay, so Dr. Denise, what would be some of the tools that people could use in business, and also for those of us who may not be in business yet, but once we get our life together, we can find the time? I mean, I'm just saying, because it's all about getting your time together, right? That, a lot of people don't start businesses and things that they desire to do because they feel like they don't have time, like they can't fit it in. But what are some of the tools that we could use to help automate these the different systems or the task items that we have in our business, and also just in life day to day?
Yeah. So for those of you in business, probably the most valuable tool is going to be to have a tool to schedule appointments. So there's one called Calendly, which is probably one of the most popular one. Google actually has created one that's built into Gmail now. There is one called one that I use. So there's lots of tools, and the reason you're using this, it's like, hey, you want to meet? Great. Here's the link to my calendar. The person can schedule a call. I'm sure you've all used these before. That keeps you from doing that. Well, can you meet Tuesday at 4? No. Oh, well, can you meet Thursday at 3? No. Oh, well, can that whole back and forth stuff. It cuts all that out so people can get on your calendar so you can schedule a time to talk. That is great for sales calls. That's great for networking. That's great for meeting with clients. It just saves a lot of back and forth time. And then you're also going to want, for those of you who are in business, you want a tool to manage your emails and to manage your contacts. So email management or email marketing, and a CRM, customer relationship management tool. The one that I use is Keep, Keap. I'm a Keep certified partner. I use Keep every single day. I say, look for a tool that serves several purposes. So a tool like Keep handles keeping track of my contacts. It handles the follow-up. I can actually also book appointments through there. It handles sales. It has my landing pages. It's an all-in-one tool. I highly recommend looking for an all-in-one tool because that is going to also save you money, which is also important.
Yes.
Because you don't have to have a bunch of different tools, you can have one tool that does as much stuff as possible. And then whether we're in business or not, just look for ways to make your life simpler. So what does that mean? If you're not Barack Obama and can't hire somebody to pick out your outfits for you, it means standardize your daily uniform, whatever that looks like. Maybe for you, that means that you start dressing in all black or all white to worry about what's in your closet because you're going to grab black pants and a black shirt. Maybe that means that you, at least when you're on Zoom, you're going to have, one of 5 pairs of leggings and one of 10 tops that you're going to add, and you're just changing up the scarf and the necklace. And so the more you can simplify that, the better, which is not automation. But my whole point is we want to look for ways to save ourselves time. Look for ways to save yourself time by automating your shopping. Do you have standard things that you buy, the groceries that you buy every week? Start buying them from Target or wherever you can order them online and pick them up even without having to go in the store. If you don't want to use, you can use Instacart and have it bring it to you, or you can go to the store and they bring it out to the car like we all did during COVID. And what that's is the time of wandering around the store. That's also going to save you money again, because as soon as you get in the store, then you start wandering, and it's like, oh, well, let me try this, and let me try that, and all of a sudden your list is twice as long. You know how it is when you go into Target. So
God forbid you go in there hungry.
Exactly. And the thing that's so nice with any of these places, once you've shopped there, you can usually store that list. So if you need eggs or milk every single week, you just can place your standard order. And again, that makes it simpler. So just always look for, how can I do the thing that I'm doing? Either do it more simply, how can I hire somebody else to do this for me, or how can I automate it? Whether it's talking about personal life or business.
Come on, she said, hire somebody else to do it for me. So my wish list, just in case anybody in my community want to do something for me for Christmas, let me tell you what I want. I want somebody to clean my house, and I want somebody to cook my food. Those are the two things I'm working for. I do all of this for that. Just for that. Just because I just want to work my way up to where somebody can come clean my house and cook my food. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry. I just had to drop that out there just in case. In your spirit now, if you feel that you want to bless me with this,
if you feel led,
yes, if you feel led in the sweet strong name of Jesus to want to do something for me, that's what I want. Okay, so what are some other things? Because I know too, as business owners, as people in general, we deal with a lot of overwhelm in our life. How do you manage that as a business owner, and even as a person? Like, what are some practical things that you do or you've adopted that could take away just general overwhelm?
One of the things that I've done that, and so this is not a Keep commercial, but it does happen to come with Keep, and that also comes with a phone number. And so I use my Keep phone number as my business phone number, and it allows me to set office hours. So if somebody calls me at 5:00, that phone does not ring. It goes straight to my voicemail. And so setting boundaries, which is so very important, is so key as a business owner, because otherwise, if you let it, the work is going to totally take over your life. So you have to look for ways to create those boundaries. The same way but then I also want to make sure that people in my community feel cared for, that they know that I am thinking of them and want to give them things. So I also have an email list that they get emails from me on a regular basis. I'm not sitting there writing every single email every single time. I've already written the emails, preloaded them into my system. And so people are getting emails and getting educated and learning about me and learning about how to grow their business without me having to sit there and every week think about what am I going to email them this week. And so doing things like that, as much as you can do beforehand, automate, set, press go, you're going to feel your stress level recede because it's something that you don't have to deal with anymore, but you know that it's being handled. And I think that's really one of the blessings of automation, is that it is the peace of mind of knowing that everything's operating the way that you want it to operate without you having to have your fingers in every single thing all the time.
That's so awesome. Yeah, that's so awesome. So look, she just gave you some great nuggets on how to assist you with your just life overwhelm. Like, you want to get a handle on it. These are great tools and nuggets for you if you're in business, and also if you're not in business. Like, really get a handle on these things that you can control, and set your criteria. I think I meant to mention this during the time when she's talked about boundaries. So for me, when it comes to boundaries around my time, I have my own criteria. Remember, she said also set up things that work for you. So for me, I have a 3-day rolling calendar, meaning you can never pick up the phone, call me, and get on my calendar for tomorrow. You just can't, right? Because tomorrow's already planned. So automatically, if you get me, you call me, you talk to me, we're talking about 2 days from now. Okay, 3-day rolling calendar. Today, tomorrow, and the third day. Today, tomorrow, and the third day. Now you can adopt that for yourself to create boundaries within your business, or even, and this could be your personal life. Like, do not just think that you can only set boundaries when you're in business. You set boundaries when you're experiencing stress, when you're experiencing overwhelm, when you know that you're saying yes to too many things and you need to say no to more things. And like if the glove don't fit, you must have quit. But if you don't take the time to do step one, when she said get clear on your goals, what you want to do, what your new year looks like, what are you trying to achieve, what's your vision? If you ain't done that, you ain't gonna know what to say no to. You're not gonna know what to say yes to.
Exactly.
Remember the nuggets that I told you I got from the last day of silence that we did on Sunday? Put it in the chat. 80% planning, 20% execution. You know the 80-20 rule. It works everywhere. It exists everywhere. Okay? 80% planning, put it in the chat. 20% execution. Do you know how many times she said plan, 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 plan? Because this is how it's going to save time. And I know for you, some of you guys, you think planning is a lot of work. Well, it is going to require time. It is going to require work. But guess what? It's going to claim time and give time to you. Do you want to speak to that, some Dr. Denise, on how planning can really, really help you reclaim time?
Right. That reminded me of when Stephen Covey talks about sharpening the saw. The same concept of how in the book 7 Habits for Highly Effective People, he talks about walking and seeing a person trying to saw down a tree with a saw with a dull blade, and he says, "Why don't you stop and sharpen the saw?" And he's like, "I can't. I gotta get this tree cut down." And rather than pausing to sharpen the saw so he could work more quickly, he was too focused on the doing. And that's exactly the trap we often fall into, is that we don't sharpen our saw. We don't pause to plan. We don't pause for our own personal and professional development, so that when we're ready to actually do the task, we are as prepared as possible to do that task.
That is so true. Come on, y'all. You got to take. She said a whole lot. I know y'all didn't probably catch all of it. She said a whole lot in that one statement. Number one, you got to take a pause and sharpen the saw. Meaning you got to recoup. You got to do the self-care. You got to get the training. You got to take a breather. You got to have all of that in the plan, right? You can't not plan your breaks. Your breaks got to be in the plan, because we tend to think we're going to get to the break someday, but it ain't no someday, y'all. How many of y'all said that y'all was going to take a break, but every time you try to take a break, it's something else for you to do, right? Because there always going to be something for you to do. So you got to plan in those breaks. And if you plan enough in advance or strategically to do the things that means the most, freeing up your time, giving your time to things that really need your time, and not the mundane, tedious tasks that you could automate, then you'll be able to accomplish your goals with more ease and less stress and less overwhelm. But do this, put this right here in the chat, put it in there. It's going to take effort and it's going to take time.
Yes.
So you just got to buckle down and do the planning that you need to do to automate the things that you want to automate, so you can get to your goal with more ease and more grace. Yeah. So anything else you want to drop off into this community before we start giving away all the amazing things that you have for them?
I'll say one last thing, which is just about part of the reason where you want to do all of this is because this is what is going to give you the freedom that so often we're desiring, that the time freedom, the location freedom, and what I call decision freedom of being able to make choices for yourself. And I'll just say a bit about where that comes from. Back when I was married, when we were going to get married, we had planned our the marriage and the honeymoon, and then my husband's boss called and was like, "Oh yeah, well, we can't give you all that time off, so you're not gonna be able to be gone as long as we thought." And I was like, "Oh no, well, this is not life. This is not the life I'm interested in leading." I was like, we have got to get to a point, and I want everybody to get to a point where there's not somebody saying when you can go on vacation and how long your vacation can be and how you're going to spend your time. And that only comes from getting to a point where you have that decision freedom. Automation helps with that. Having your own business helps with that. Just making wiser choices so that your choices affect your other choices. That planning and preparation, all that influences your ability to make decisions for yourself.
Facts, facts, facts. Do y'all out there in the space of listening out here, do you guys know like some books or things that you could read that helps like free up your time? I know a popular one was the 4 Hour Work Week. I think it was, right? Put that in the chat, somebody. If you haven't read it, listen to it. It may be something to treat yourself to, maybe motivate you to have more control of your life, right? Really create the life that you want. Again, it's going to take some effort and it's going to take time, but it's better to get started now and not wait until you retire. Yeah, the 4 Hour Work Week. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Come on, people. Yes, yes. Get it. Treat yourself. Treat yourself. And then my sister put in the other book that she mentioned, which was by Stevie Covey, is 7 Habits of Highly Successful People. It's a must. It's a must read.
Mm-hmm.
Like you just gotta go ahead and get it. Remember how we talked about developing yourself, because it's all in the being, right? If when you become who you need to become, the doing it's going to be clear. You're going to know the steps to do when you become the person you need to become, and the goals are going to be with ease, right? You become the person you need to be to do the things that you need to do, so you can have the things that you want to have. It's the be, do, have. Put it in the chat. Be, do, have. Okay. So first things first. Let me go ahead and put the first gift that she's given to everybody that's here. And this is the coach's guide to stress-free, like automation. Like you just want to get your life automated. I'm going to put the link in there by itself just so you can easily click it. Hopefully it'll hyperlink it too as well. But I want you to have that. That's to everyone that catch this. Now you can share this live like right now, you can share it right now. So people can get the link right now, like share it right now. Did you hear me say share this conversation like right now? Like share it right now. Because you don't want to be stingy. You don't want to get all the nuggets for yourself. You need to be spreading the love. Because here's the thing, a community that grows together, stay together. And if you ain't growing together, somebody gonna get left behind, fall off. And you remember how they used to say no child left behind? Don't leave your friends behind. Don't leave your community behind. If they've been there for you through thick and thin, grow with them. Put this in the chat, 5, 5, and 5. Put it in the chat, 5, 5, and 5. Okay, y'all know my 5, 5, and 5, right? So 5 people that pour into you, right? That you feel like are mentors, whether you know them or not. Like I have thought leaders that I follow, that I listen to, 5 people, right? Then there's 5 people that you grow with. 5 people that you grow with. That means your peers, people are doing like fellow coaches. I'm in masterminds. We have accountability meetings, like 5 people that I grow with. And then 5 people that I pour into. They don't have to know that you're doing it. So don't toot your own horn and tell them you're doing this for free and all that. Nah, cut it. Just pour into 5 people in your circle, in your life, or around you. And I promise you, the growth that you will have in a year will be unbelievable. 5, 5, and 5. Put it in the chat. 5, 5, and 5. Be focused on it. Be focused on it. Okay. Now, Dr. Denise, explain the gift that you'll be giving away to one lucky winner. I'm going to put the link now for you to be able to register to win. But I want Dr. Dennis to tell you what she's giving away and the benefits of having what it is that she's giving away.
So what I'm giving away is access to my course called Process Power. So we've been talking all this time about getting your time, about the value of automation. But before you can automate, remember we talked about planning, and that you need to be clear on the process. And so this course is all about how you develop a good process inside of your business. How do you make sure you're clear on what the 1, 2, 3 steps are? And then you can have decisions about, well, what pieces of this can I automate? What pieces of this can I delegate? But you really can't do that until you're really clear on what your process is. And that's what this course teaches you.
All right. All right, y'all. You got to be in it to win it. I promise you, if you don't click it, and my sister, the only person that click it, she gonna win because she done won day 2, day 3. Missy won day 1. Y'all look, if y'all too proud to register for the free gifts, no problem. I'll take them too. Myself. Okay. So look, you got to be in it to win it. Click the link, register. I don't see it. Okay. I'm going to do it. Okay. So the person that can't see it, you're probably on Facebook in the private group. Let me see if I could jump over there real quick. Now, y'all stretching me technically. Y'all just want to stretch me. Y'all want to see me work hard out here and figure this stuff out. But okay, I'm inside of the group. I just posted the link. confirm that you can see the link. I went over to the Facebook page. Tell me that you can see it. Tell me that you got it. I just went over there a lot. I appreciate you. I appreciate you too. I did it. Look, I have grown. Look, and just to let you know, Dr. Dennis, she said, got it. Perfect. She helped me with my first CRM system when I first started automating things back in, it might have been in 2020, maybe 2021. But I'm still using the same system, the same stuff. Like I've definitely developed my skill a little more, but she's way more advanced than me than automation. She's the automation person. Don't come to me for automation. I can't help you. She the automation. So if you want somebody to help you build stuff, to automate things, she's the guru for automation. I'm just going to help you answer your calling and get you moving. I can help you with the business name. I can help you with values. I can help you with the mindset, with the being. But some of that doing, that automation, you're gonna need to go to Dr. Dennis for that. But okay, you guys, look, you got to be in it to win it. Posting it one more time. Go ahead, register to win. Opportunity to have her course to help you get your thoughts processed, clear, everything, so you can actually get to these goals that you have in 2024. Dr. Denise Dennis, thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
For being a part of the 12 Days of Christmas. This is your first year. Now, don't make it your last year.
I look forward to coming back.
All right. Y'all heard it first. Now, y'all heard what she said. Now, she ain't here for the 12 Days of Christmas 2024. Y'all know where to find her. Let me go ahead and share her website with you. Give me 2 seconds. And then after I do that, I'm leaving, y'all. I'm leaving. Last thing, I just want you to have all her information, connect with her, take a look at her website. We couldn't talk about all the things that she's able to do, but we talked about some of them. Just know that she is the queen of automation. And if you need something automated within your business, reach out to Dr. Denise. She says she'll come back. Maybe I can have her back. I don't know, Christmas in July or something. I don't know, y'all. We'll figure it out. But if you need Dr. Dennis and you can't reach her, definitely reach out to me. I can reconnect you. But that's her website. Go ahead and register for your opportunity to win, to have her class. Always looking forward to serving you. Have an amazing night. We're back tomorrow. Day 5. My sister, LaShawn Michael Esquire, will be here telling you why you should honor your legacy by building a trust. Okay, so for all you people that don't have wills, don't have trust, ain't got your legacy together, got these assets and don't know how to protect them, and waiting for somebody to come take them from you or your family after you pass away, y'all better be here tomorrow. All right? Always looking forward to serving you. I love you guys. See you then. Have an amazing night. Bye.
Good night.